when VCU freshman Indira O'Neill's plans to vote in her hometown changed.
Go home to vote, but I missed my train yesterday.
The first-time voter found herself in line with hundreds of other students in a similar situation.
Her coach called her and was like, Indira needs to vote. And so he figured out like where I needed to go and everything, and then I like rushed on over here.
O'Neill was one of over 600 that voted at the VCU Student Commons on election night with a provisional ballot. A turnout Chief Precinct Officer Trevonda Mines says they were not anticipating.
I always have had at least 100 provisionals, but yesterday I had 600.
Working as a poll officer for almost 20 years, Mines says she was shocked to see more than 600 students utilize same-day registration and over 500 request a provisional ballot.
I felt really bad, with these children waiting for hours. I still had 50 kids in there at 7.
It's an increase in engagement political analyst Dr. Bob Holsworth says usually comes with a presidential election.
Because we have same-day registration, they're much less likely to go across the city and vote early. Ultimately, there was probably a lack of preparation or a lack of understanding of how much that was going to occur. So we wound up with some pretty long lines around college campuses here in Virginia and in some other places across the country.
Mines says while voting was a last-minute decision for some of the students she spoke with, many of them just didn't understand the voting registration process.
Yesterday showed me that there's been some type of miscommunication somewhere. They shouldn't have to wait till they get to me at the precinct to give you all this information, because when you tell them, they even have to look like, oh, well, I wish I would have known, and I would have did it earlier.
Both she and several VCU students CBS 6 spoke with say they hope both the campus and student community are better equipped for the next election.
If we knew more about like how to vote and like what we needed to do in advance, we'd be more prepared, I think.
It would have been better to create a more versatile experience. This is a very big campus.
Instead of just right before elections, all year. Let's send reminders as a community, as a city, as a state. I feel like everybody should incorporate some type of understanding for our youth that are curious.
Mine says, as a reminder, if you filed a provisional ballot and want it to count, you have to visit the registrar's office prior to Friday evening to verify your identity. She also encourages anyone that if you plan on voting in next year's gubernatorial race to check and update your registration beforehand. For CBS 6, I'm Joy Foltz.